Right, Shanelle Dyer, welcome to UK Fight Site. You are officially the first guest in the studio.
Oh, thank you for having me. That's a huge honour.
Now, I'm really excited to have you. I think I interviewed you at Cage Warrior Southeast when you were still an amateur.
Yeah.
During that time, and then on top with COVID and everything, we haven't managed to catch up. We talked about a few things, but it's great to have you in the studio for the first interview.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here.
We're finally here. So I just want to start off at the beginning, before we go through your career. There's a lot to go through at such a young age. Yeah. Where did you grow up?
I grew up right next to a state called White City, so that's where I was born and raised. As I said, most estates in London, it's not really a nice area to grow up with. So my dad used to take me and my siblings just to keep us distracted, basically. So he used to put us into sports. After school, I did football, swimming, running, gymnastics. I even did ballet, I want to say. But nothing really stuck to me until he brought me to a boxing gym when I was 9 years old, and I did kickboxing there, and that's where it started. I think that stemmed from him and his dreams. He didn't really get to fulfill his dreams when he was younger because of his parents. They wanted him to have a real job, 9 to 5. So when he had kids, he was like, no, I'm going to make sure they follow their dreams. And he put us into fighting when I was about 9 years old, and he continued to believe in me up to this day. And
was it boxing that you got involved with first, or was it other martial arts? Or
so it was kickboxing, Muay Thai, straight off the bat. I think my brother, he went to the boxing gym first before me, but I think he was. I think you have to be kind of like 8 years old or something like that to actually start doing proper boxing. And they did kickboxing on the side, so he was like, okay, he would do kickboxing. And I saw them coming home with trophies and medals, and I was just like, oh, I just wanted a piece of that. And then I just tried it out one day, and it was hard, but I just loved it. I just loved the grind. It was something new. I loved my teammates. And I just saw, the first time I went there, I was in a small group, and I saw my brothers in the big group. I was like, I want to go in the big group too. So I just kept working. A few months later, I was in a big group. So I just fell in love with it from day one.
And that was like a local gym to you?
Yeah, so that was All Stars boxing gym in Harrow Road. So it's pretty local, 20-25 minutes away from us.
Yeah. How long was you there before you moved on to, was the Knowlesy Academy, was that the next step for you, or?
Yeah, so I went to Knowlesy Academy when I was about 15 years old. I started at All Stars gym when I was 9, 10, 11, 12. And I took a break, me and my brothers took a break from fighting for about 2 years, just to do like teenage stuff in it, mess about, friends, whatever, schoolwork. So, and I kind of focused on football in that time. So I basically took a break, and then when I revisited fighting, I went to the Knowlesy Academy when I was 15.
Yeah. And how was it training there? Because obviously that's a famous academy, especially like in the UK, in London. How was it training there with that team? Everyone that you've got under that roof, especially at that time, I imagine, Liam Nolan and
like it was a different level. Like second I went there, it was such eye opening. The techniques Chris was showing me, the fighters there at that time, like Liam Nolan, he wasn't even like as big as he was back then. Cause obviously that was about 6-7 years ago, but he was still one of the top fighters in the UK. We had Alex Bublé, we had so many top fighters. And I was literally learning from them first-handedly. So I knew that I was going to grow leaps and bounds just learning from them personally.